Well, thank you, General. In any other country or any other division, a man of your qualities would be put to the very top of the ballot paper. General, you encapsulate the problem we have before us. Earlier this year, Ross Cameron and Charlie Lynn were suspended for comments they made on the ABC, almost identical to similar comments I also made on the ABC. They were suspended. Nothing happened to me. Was it because they thought I was so important? Or was it because they thought I was so insignificant it didn't matter? I fear it may well be the latter. This reminds me of 1789. I wasn't there, but of 1789. When an attempt was to disperse the Estates General in Paris, and they went to a nearby tennis court, and they swore the tennis court oath and became the National Assembly. That's you. Federation in this country was a close-run thing. The process after the Corowa Convention in 1893 led to the process being handed over from the politicians to the people. Had this not happened, we could have turned out to be several countries. But it worked brilliantly, and within less than 5 years, without the internet, without jet aeroplanes, the Constitution was adopted and signed by the Queen in London. Charles Kingston, who was the Premier of South Australia, wanted to argue that in our Australian Constitution, the people should be constantly empowered, not just over changes to the Constitution, but constantly empowered as they are in Switzerland. Alfred Deakin talked him out of this. Alfred Deakin said, well, he explained that the people would choose the politicians, and they'd choose the politicians on merit, and that would solve the problem that Charles Kingston saw. Well, Alfred Deakin didn't anticipate the development of the very tight two-party system, and he didn't anticipate the development of a sinister cabal of power brokers who would move into some parts of the political parties. What we've got now is something terrible, and that is members of Parliament, candidates for the membership in this division, are not necessarily chosen on merit, as you know. They are chosen for their allegiance to a power broker. And that's bad enough, but what is worse? What is worse is when the power broker is a lobbyist. Because as you know, lobbyists provide access to politicians. But I am assured that they are paid for that. I'm assured that they are never paid a success fee. Now, for the purpose of the defamation lawyers, could it be noted that when people laughed, I didn't wink, I didn't smile, and I didn't agree? If anyone can't see any problem in that, a glaring, outrageous problem, a scandal, they ought to enroll in Ethics 101. Three years ago, Jai Martinkovich and I wrote a book called Give Us Back Our Country. In it, we argue that the answer to this problem, and it's not only in this division, it's also riddled through the Labour Party. The problem is, or can be solved by legislation, providing that in return for the cornucopia of financial and legal privileges that the political parties have rewarded themselves, public funding, exemptions in relation to the Privacy Act, a special status in relation to the Electoral Act, the names of the parties on the ballot papers. In return for that, they should do one thing. They should do the decent Australian thing and democratise their parties, return to what they once were. Yeah. there's an instructive parallel with something we hold very dear, and that is free enterprise and the competitive markets. They too can be tainted. They too can be corrupted by monopolistic practices. It took the Parliament 73 years to even begin to address that issue. How long will it be before the Parliament addresses the problem of the takeover of the political parties? They'll only do this if there's widespread pressure for change. And the problem is, as you all know, we don't always, present people as not included, we don't always get the best candidates in a pre-selection. And this explains a lot of the decisions which are taken, which go against the principles of our party, which wouldn't pass the pub test. The important thing is surely that the party reform. If it is not reformed, the traditional voters will wake up that their brand has been taken over and they'll move away, as many did in July of this year. There's a stark and simple choice. It's between reform or it's between self-destruction. Delay is no alternative because that only covers the indefensible. So I commend the resolution of the Warringah FEC.
Hello everyone, I'm Paul Higgins, and welcome to Safe Worlds TV, the global marketplace, the world leader in internet TV and semantic search, the home of free enterprise, the level playing field that all the world can use for electronic business. With Safe Worlds TV, every business in every country of the world can now be involved in the world economy. There are no barriers to entry. Even the poorest countries and the smallest businesses can be involved. The system is simple. Every country divides into 12 headline channels. Every channel is a gateway to an unlimited number of related community channels. Every community is a social network and a marketplace to sell products and services. There is no limit to the number of businesses that can be connected into a marketplace. There is no limit to the number of products you can sell. All our channels and marketplaces are designed to keep you entertained and to help you do internet business at a cost that everyone can afford. The amazing semantic technology that underpins Safe Worlds TV allows us to deliver this amazing system to the world. It allows us to accommodate millions of TV channels and marketplaces and to link them together into the global marketplace. The vast global marketplace that we are building is the final piece of the electronic global village. This is the ultimate achievement of the internet. What you see here now is only the tip of the iceberg of semantic services that are coming. Come now and see what we've already got. Choose any country of the world, then select the headline channel that you want to explore. Just point and click and follow the logical tree structure. We think you'll be amazed at what we already have in Safe Worlds TV. When you're ready, click on the button at the bottom of the screen and register to become a user. You can start immediately to create your very own internet TV channel. Enjoy the experience. I'm Paul Higgins for Safe Worlds TV.